Unit 7. Speaking Part 3. Exercise 3.
I'd like you to imagine that your college is interested in getting students to do more sport. Here are some ideas they are thinking about and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task. Now talk to each other about why these ideas might encourage students to do more sport.
So, shall I start? How do you think a visit to the National Athletics Championship would encourage students to do more sport?
Well, perhaps seeing elite athletes doing their sports will inspire students to take up the sport and imitate them.
Yes, and I imagine students would see how fantastic these people look and how much they enjoy the activity.
Maybe. But it might only interest some of the students, but not others. And what about a talk by a professional footballer? I suppose that might be interesting, because he'll probably describe what life's really like for a footballer, and how... what's the word? How glamorous he is.
I suppose so, but I don't think it would encourage me to start playing football myself. There are lots of people like me who aren't really interested in football at all.
Yes, I see what you mean. And what about the next one? A weekend doing adventure sports. Well, that's just the sort of thing I'd enjoy, and I think lots of students would get interested in adventure sports if they tried them.
That's a good point. And it could be a good, fun weekend, but do you really think many people are going to get involved in adventure sports as a result? They're quite expensive, you know, and you can't do them every day, not living in a big city.
That's true. But you can always go to one of those sports centers with a climbing wall, I think it's called.
Maybe, but I don't think it's the same as going to the mountains to do these things. And not everyone can afford to do that. Now, what about a school sports day? To me, that just sounds, what's the word? Childish? We used to do sports days at primary school.
Well, perhaps this could be organized in a more adult way. You know, with some serious sports for people who were interested, and less serious activities for other people. That way everyone could get involved.
Yes, good idea. And people could be organized into teams, and it could all be made quite competitive and enjoyable at the same time. When I think about it, it could be really successful.
You're right. And the idea of free membership of a sports club is also a great idea. Lots of students would be interested in that.
Yes, but I think that would mainly interest people who already do sports. So I'm not sure it would encourage other people to start.
No, unless it was also a social club at the same time. I think that would be extremely effective.
Thank you.